Okay, so now we're going to get on to phase two where we're actually embroidering the waistband of the project. And before we get too far into this, I'm going to go say that embroidery is a new area for me and definitely not something that I am an expert at. And I'm really just more trial and error finding my way through it. So I'm going to use two different types of stabilization here. There is one that's a iron on that I'm going to go ahead and put the back on, and then the other one that I was cutting is actually a tearaway. And I'm going to put that on the front just because, again, like we mentioned in the last video, the performance fabric is pretty slippery. And I was really worried about the embroidery machine just basically eating the fabric while we're working through. So I'm going to use this basting adhesive, which is pretty fantastic, and attach it to the front. Now, I'm sure a bunch of you are probably screaming about this that are experts at embroidery, but it's the process we're going on. Again, trial and error, and I'm taking you along the journey with me. So we're getting it into the frame. We're going to snap that frame right into the machine and get it situated with pulling and making sure that the fabric is not underneath the project and really out of the way. I used just the embedded software in my machine, not doing anything crazy, just spelling out the little kiddo's name. So that way it was in a small font and was going to fit on the waistband. And you can see me agonizing. Is it lined up right? We're going to go ahead and just go for it. And then I sat and hovered over the machine because, again, super nervous about this. You can see already that it is not lined up where I really wanted it to be. It's way closer to the top, and you'll see later in the next video that I actually cut down the waistband in order to make it more centered. So here we are, we're finally off the machine, and that's what it looks like. So now we're going to go ahead and remove some of the extra stabilizer. So again, the first one is tear away. The second one was just an adhesive. So we're just cutting off the excess. So there's just minimal contact in the back. And now we're just taking off all of the extra pieces for the front end. I will go ahead and run this through the wash once I'm done with the project. You can see that some of the spray adhesive for the basting adhesive will be still on there. I'm not sure that if I was going to do it over again, that I would necessarily do that part. It ended up coming off fine in the wash, but I was a little nervous about it. So here you can tell I'm kind of testing it out, and I see, yeah, we're definitely going to have to trim down some of this waistband, but overall pretty pleased.